Well, hey everyone out there, thanks for choosing our short explanation of the game, TACOCAT Spelled Backwards. It's Chris here from JMNC Games, and today we are taking a look at this little two-player game all about palindromes. Well, the game itself is not about palindromes. Palindromes are words that are spelled the same both forwards and backwards, thus the name TACOCAT Spelled Backwards is TACOCAT. Lots of things palindrome in nature in the game, but the game doesn't actually have to do with spelling in any way. It is from Exploding Kittens. It is for 2 players, ages 7 and up. Average game time is just about 15 minutes, and the objective of the game is to be the player who moves the TACOCAT to the end zone first. Now let's dive in and take a look at what's inside the box. There is the box, which also doubles as the game board, the TACOCAT and its stand, 38 cards, and 7 tiles. Set up the board in the middle of the playing area. Place the TACOCAT in his stand and place him in the center of the board. Take the tiles and place them in a stack to the side of the board. Shuffle the cards. Deal 7 cards to each player. Then place the rest face down to the side of the board. To determine who goes first, players need to duel. They choose a card, usually their highest, and place it face down in front of themselves. Both players turn over their cards at the same time. The player with the highest card gets to attack first. Once the duel is complete, remove these 2 cards to the discard pile. The player who gets to attack first looks at their card. They select their highest card. It must be their highest card. They play it face up in front of themselves. Now the opponent has 2 options. They can defend or they can sacrifice. When defending, the player can lay a card that is of equal or greater value than the card played by the opponent. If it is equal, ties go to the defender. If you cannot successfully defend, then you must sacrifice. When sacrificing, you must take your lowest card, again, your lowest card, and place it face down in front of you. If you successfully defend, then you get to lead out and attack with the next card. Again, it must be your highest card. If you sacrifice, then your opponent gets to attack again. Play continues this way until each player has 1 card remaining in their hand. When this happens, players compare what cards they have left. The player with the lowest card wins the hand. They get to move the TACOCAT 1 space on the board towards their goal. Once the TACOCAT has been moved, take one of the tiles and place it in the spot where TACOCAT once was. Now reshuffle the cards. Before dealing, check the space where TACOCAT is. This will tell you how many cards each player should receive in this round. Players duel to see who attacks first. You play the hand the same way as before. If when a player wins the hand and there are tiles in place in front of them going towards their goal, that player would move the TACOCAT over the tiles to the next available space going towards their goal. So let's say, for example, here is my board in play, and TACOCAT is here. And the player here has won the round. They would move the TACOCAT over these tiles to this first available space going towards their goal. Play would continue like this until the first player to move TACOCAT to their goal end. This player is the winner of the game. These are just some of the basics of the game. Now let's dive into some of the other aspects. Before the deal, but after the duel, take a look at the board. The player who the board is pointing to has a chance to exchange cards for better ones. You can choose as many as you wish to go into the discard pile. Then draw that many new cards from the draw pile. Now, once you've completed this maneuver, your opponent will have the opportunity to do the same thing. However, they will only be able to exchange the same amount of cards that you chose to. In the very first round, TACOCAT is in the center, and this means both players can exchange as many cards as they wish before the duel. If at the end of the round there is a tie, take a look at the arrow on the board. Whichever direction the arrow is pointing, that player wins the tie. If there is a tie when TACOCAT is in the center, simply redeal and play a new round. Now, if by chance during the duel players keep tying until there's only one card left for each player, compare those two cards and the player who has the lowest card automatically wins the round. There is another maneuver called a jumbo attack, and this is when a player will attack with multiple cards. There are two different kinds of jumbo attacks. One is if you have two or more of the same card in your hand, you can attack with the entire group of matching cards. The other is if you have three or more cards that run in a sequence. You can attack with all of the cards in that sequence. The player who is defending must defend against all of the cards played in the attack. If they sacrifice against any of the cards played, your jumbo attack is successful and you will get to attack again. The only thing that you must keep in mind is that you cannot play your last card as part of a jumbo attack. So let's do a quick recap. Shuffle the cards. Deal the cards. Replace cards in your hand. Duel. Play the round. Move TACOCAT. Place a tile. And begin again. And so that is TACOCAT spelled backwards. Be sure while you're playing to take a few minutes to read all of the cards that are in your hand, because it's fun. Each one has a little palindrome on it, and they animate the palindromes. It's a fun little game. Great travel game as well. I love the way the box is small and it's part of the board. And it's just great to take on the road with you. So be sure to check it out from Exploding Kittens. Hope you enjoyed our presentation today on TACOCAT spelled backwards. And if you did, if you could take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel, we greatly appreciate that. Got lots of videos here on the channel now, so you can take a few minutes to peruse through, maybe find a new game that you might be interested in playing. But now that you know the basics, let's play.
Using Powtoon.